for me, I think working with Wink, there's limited, if any, downtime with the product. For me, when you're looking at a software solution, it's just basically got to be foolproof from the start to the finish. And if you do have an issue, you got to get a response straight away. Initially, when we were setting up the program, obviously you've got the learning curves, I suppose, that come with implementing a new system. And I think in the first couple of weeks, there was a couple of little clunky bits and pieces, and I'd either ring you or I'd send through a ticketing request on the actual dashboard, and you would get a response. And your response would be in a timely fashion. It wouldn't infect the business or what we're actually trying to do. So for me, that's been a happy point, I suppose, working with Wink reports that we don't have to wait, you know what I mean? A lot of time with software packages and those sorts of bits and pieces, you end up with it's a big corporation or it's a conglomerate or whatever. You put in your ticket request and, it can take hours, if not days, to possibly get a response. And by that time, you've usually figured it out yourself. So support factor is definitely a happy point for it. And also, you've done a couple of things over the years where you've adjusted your offering or how you've able to basically mold those reports to suit the data out of ServiceMate. So I mean, that for me, as a long-term product is good, because what it basically says is the developer's still interested in the product. It's not a set and get some money, and if you run into trouble, I don't really care, and that what you've been given is what you've been given. So that's happy point, I suppose, for me. The accuracy in that of the ordering process has increased greatly. It's probably very hard to put numerical figures on what's developed outside of that, but every business owner knows, hey, that's had a massive impact, whatever it may be. From a stock holding perspective, because we did used to hold a fair amount of stock, from a value perspective, we actually decreased our stock holdings by 50%. Now that's a massive thing for us, So at one point in time, we were holding anywhere between sort of 50 and 70,000 worth of stock in the warehouse, going, we've just got to do this. And we changed all that, because we don't have to have consumables. We can rely on the merchant. That's what they do well. Why should we, as a business, be investing our time and our money into becoming a warehouse when the guys that are our suppliers, that's their job, So we should be allowed to do them. So Wink for us basically changed that and meant that we didn't have to keep that large dollar value worth of stock, which means you don't have to count it. There's no stock takes. There's no compliance issues, I suppose, with, again, theft, all that sort of stuff. So impact for us was massive. I would recommend Wink purely out of the procurement process, because I think being able to offer an automated solution there vastly improves your service offering to your customers as well. So when you're looking at things like stock holding, all those bits and pieces, and you've got a lot of manual entry stuff and rework, all this sort of stuff, it has a direct impact on your customers, where you might get to site and I don't have that product, I've got to go back to the warehouse, whatever it is. So for us, it still drives that service element, that we know that whatever's being built out, we're getting back. And when our guys go to a client site to address another issue, they're going to have the stock there to do it. So that's probably the main reason, I think. But from a procurement perspective, it doesn't make sense for anyone not to do it, It really doesn't make sense. So people should be out there and going, okay, well, what parts of my business can I actually automate to be able to, drive better service to the customers? I think Wink does that successfully.